In my thoughts and in my dreams, they're always in my mind. These songs of hobbits, dwarves and men, and elves, come close your eyes. You can see them soon.
Here's a little free piece of advice for those of you who are playing D&D. Never get on the fucking boat. And this happens all the fucking time, is, you know, the DM gives you this adventure where, like, you have to stop some pirates, or you gotta escort some kind of barge full of mercantile shit down a river, or you just gotta cross the ocean to get to some other place where this guy is you gotta get. But he always is like, oh, you gotta get on this boat to get over there, or raft or some shit. Don't get on it. And I know it's easy to say because, like, there's no other way. You got to get on the fucking boat. But know this, okay? You're going to get jumped. And you're going to get jumped hard. And again, I know. If you're going anywhere in D&D, the odds are good you're going to get jumped. But no. Here's what's going to happen. Well, here's what happens with the DM, okay? This is why they make you get on the fucking boat. Is because DM is, he's bought all these books over here, you know. He's got the DMG, he's got all those rules in there for, you know, underwater combat and breathing underwater and what happens when you know, fight underwater and shit like that. But he also buys a lot of monster books, and I gotta show you. Hang on, like, you got the monster manual. Oops, like, you got the monster manual, right? And most people got, like, you know, especially D&D, you've got like 10 of these fucking things. Not all this big, but you still got like fucking 10 of them. And what the DM does is he's building his encounters, and he's trying to put monsters in here and to make the combat. And he's always like, you know, I don't want it always to be like orcs and shit. I want something new. You know, I don't want it to just be like, you know, the usual parade of wolves and skeletons and ghouls and zombies. I want to do something new. And so he's flipping through here, and he's like, I don't know. And so he gets his other books and shit. This is bothering me. Fuck it. Jesse, Team Rocket's blasting off again. Fuck it. Anyway, so he's looking through all his fucking books, and he's like, man, there's so many cool monsters in here that I can't use. And, you know, some of them come from hell. So he's like, oh, fuck. They're not high enough level to, like, deal with shit that comes from hell. And there's a lot of, like, good aligned monsters, like, you know, Seraphim and shit. Why would they ever fight them? But there's one group of monsters that he picks out. He's like, I never get to fucking use these things. And those creatures are aquatic creatures. He never gets to use those fucking things. He's got all these fucking books that are half full of aquatic creatures, like Kuatoas and lizard men. I can just flip through here and find some. Hippocampus. This isn't hard. Oh, yeah. Ixixakitl. It's like a big manta ray. I said Kuatoas, Leech, Lizard Man, Locatha, Lurker. See, there's all sorts of these. So he's looking through here and he's like, man, there's all sorts of these aquatic fucking things in here, and I never... Well, they got it. Morkoth, Muck Dweller, Mudman... They're actually giant octopus. Giant fucking octopus. When are they ever gonna fight a giant fucking octopus? Because where do they go? They always go up a fucking mountain. They go under the fucking mountain. They go into sewers, which is the closest they usually ever get to water. They go into dungeons. They go into castles. Nowhere are they gonna find a giant fucking octopus. You know, so like the DM's looking, he's like, God damn it, I gotta get these guys on a boat. So they have an excuse to fight these things. So all of a sudden, you know, the DM's got this, he makes like a stack. You know, he's writing all this shit down. So he's like, oh, fuck, I need something, what's an aquatic creature? Sahagin. See that? It's like a fucking lizard dude with a spear, and he's really cool. And you know, you got Selkie. I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, Slods. Although those come from hell. I gotta pick these out because Tasloy, giant squid. Look at this fucking thing. How cool is that shit? You got this fucking squid that's bigger than the fucking boat. And you're like, my God, that's awesome. And it's like, you see so many movies where they're like fighting the giant fucking squid with spears, and the squid's got all these tentacles and they're lashing around on the deck. And you played Final Fantasy games where that fucking thing happens, like Ultra sees this giant octopus dude, and you're like, man, I want to fight. You know, they were on a fucking boat or a raft when that happened. So like, this guy, the DM, will move heaven and earth to get your ass on that boat. Know this, you are gonna get fucked on that goddamn boat. And it's actually gonna be like, these things are gonna be way over your head too, because he wants the giant fucking squid. Of course he wants you would want the giant fucking squid in your game. And I got taco. A taco. That's a taco. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I want it. I want you guys to fight it. There's a male taco and a female taco. I could go for some tacos right now. You can fight these fucking things. My God, there's a ton of giant toad. Triton. The guys with the fucking tridents. Troglodyte, that's what I was trying to think of. See how many? I'm just flipping through. Urchin. Sea elf. Yonti, no, that's a snake. Man. This is one book. This is one. And, like, this is AD&D alone. AD&D had, like, 5 compendiums that went with this, and that's not counting, like, all the other source books. Like, oh, I can find... Yeah, here. Look at that. I don't even have, like, this is the Monstrous Compendium Annual. This is number 3. I don't even think I have number 2. There's the Fiend Folio. That's the previous edition. I got tons of these fucking things. Like, 4th edition had, like, 4 monster manuals. And I could even flip through here and find some. Elemental vermin. Like, water elemental. Like, they got, spitters. It's some kind of, like, frog thing that's an element. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Dragonkin. A lot of dragons in here. They always add more dragons, because that's what you want, right? A ballin? Look, I don't know what the fuck this is. It's just some water thing, but, like, if you're flipping through here and you're like, oh, wow, that's got, like, how many hit points? It's got 3 hit dice. So you're like, oh, they're about an Afank. It's like some kind of Fu Manchu fish thing. They're half full of these things. Oh, what's this? What's this? A Linorm dragon in the sea. It's a dragon of the sea. A Linorm dragon rain. So when it rains, these things come out. Oh my God. Wow. Helmed Horror. Loch Lurker. That lurks in lakes. I don't know. Living Steel. That has nothing to do with the sea, but it's the T-1000. Knives and stabbing weapons. This brings back memories. Metal Master, Sword Slug. That's not water, but Nautilus. A giant fucking Nautilus. Dude. Tell me you wouldn't fight, like, if you're... An Ormir. It's like Jabba the Hutt. Yaja Nichu. Like... That's cool. Like a breed of pterodactyl / man. A scum. A scum is like this deep sea fish dude. You know, the really scary fucking fish with the teeth. Like, ah. Yeah, they got those. I'm just reading off these. A Swayze? Wow. Or Sue Wise. I don't know. It's like some fucking thing with arms. I don't know what that is. A brain spider? Cool. Oh, actually, this was like fucking Ravenloft. A Death's Head tree. It's like a tree with all these fucking heads hanging off it. They're really scary. They're badass, too. Undead Lake Monster. It's the Loch Ness Monster, but it's a zombie. Dude. You could build a whole fucking adventure around that thing. And we do. So when you're a DM, I'm just going around listing all these monsters that you're gonna face. These fucking horrors that you're gonna face when you get on that fucking boat. Because it's gonna happen. You should be deathly afraid of the fucking water. You see a lake, run fucking screaming from it. Because I don't know what the fuck is in there, but it's badass. And there's gonna be a lot of them. So when you get on that boat, giant squid, I promise you. You know, although there is one law to this. If you're going down the river on a raft, it's gonna be lizard men. And a lot of them. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because, like, they're the most common, so they're like, it's kind of the orcs of the river. So, like, he's gonna kind of test the waters, so to speak. So, like, you know, you're gonna be doing this guard patrol on the thing. You're going down the river, trying to get to another city, and then he's like, you hear, like ahead, you see some kind of rustling in the undergrowth, and suddenly lizard men pop out of the water, and they drag two of the guards underwater just to be scary, and they leap on the deck with their spears, and they attack. It's gonna be lizard men. Anytime you're on the river, lizard men, I promise you. But if you get on, like, a ship going across the sea, dude, you get ready to roll up a new character, because that giant fucking squid, there's gonna be tentacles all over that goddamn deck. So, like, that's the best advice I got, and I know it kind of comes off saying, like, always be prepared, or something like that, you know, or, you know, it's D&D, you're always gonna get attacked. No, dude, because it's guaranteed. Like, don't sleep. Do not sleep when you're on the ship, like, ever. So, like, if... And I want to tell you to sleep in your armor, but when you do that, if your DM is really sadistic and you sleep in your armor, you're going over the side. So, like, figure out if your DM is a sick bastard. So, like, if you're the guy wearing plate mail, like, don't wear it. I mean, that's, like, because I guarantee he's going to pull your ass under. And he'll actually think you're very smart. If you say, like, I make it a point not to wear armor on the deck. Actually, you're not going over the side in that case, because you kind of figured him out. You know, like, he'll be like, shit, that guy's smart. I can't throw him over the side now because he can fucking swim. Oh, also, that's how a DM will sometimes pick on you for not taking the swimming proficiency or any points in it. Like, if he sees, like, 3/4 of the party doesn't have swim, he's like, I'm gonna toss these motherfuckers in the water, see how they like it. Or he's gonna put some kind of big, like, crevasse in a dungeon full of water. Or he's gonna be like, there's, like, a rope spanning this expanse of water, and, like, he'll do this thing where, like, you have to shimmy across the rope, so make an athletics check, and of course the fucking wizard fails and he falls in the water, and he's like, I hope you got swimming, and of course the wizard goes, no. He's like, well, you're fucked then, my man. It always happens when you're trying to climb something, like if you're trying to climb this wall, and it'll be really easy. Even if there's, like, a rope going up it, he's like, okay, make an athletics check or a climb check to climb the fucking rope. You need a 5. And of course the wizard, who's got, like, a strength of 8, he's got no fucking ranks in climb, of course. He's at, like, a -2 right off the bat, so a 5 is actually a fairly tall order for this guy. But that's on a tangent there. Always put the guys who are most likely to fall last. I've seen so many parties do this thing where they're like, hey, Gandalf, get the fuck up that rope. We'll be right behind. What the fuck are you thinking? Gandalf is going right off the fucking rope. He's going to take all you guys with him. I don't know what they're thinking. So I'm trying to think of some best advice I can have. I guess if you have to get on the fucking boat, buy some light armor, like, especially if you're a fighter. Because, again, the DM will think you're really, really smart. Like, if you go, like, oh, man, I don't want to go over the side. If I'm wearing my plate, I'll drown. So I get some leather armor and go on there. But, yeah, like, you're going to... The DM is going to unleash the Kraken. Because, like, DMs, that's our dream. One of our many dreams is to throw that giant fucking squid, and you have to fight it. Because we fought Ultros in Final Fantasy, and, like, half the monsters in that fucking book are just too cool. Like, the undead Loch Ness monster, Jesus Christ, I got a boner just thinking about it. Whoa, hey, Oreo, you better, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm half wood, so... So, I don't know where to go with this. It's just, yeah, and even if he's not going to throw the Kraken at you, you're going to get jumped, and jumped so hard. Always keep watch. Always have 2 guys on watch, because that's when the DM, like, throws somebody falling asleep on watch, so, like, the fucking lizard men get on the boat and jump you. I don't know. That's all. He also gets to use those really weird fucking weapons, like the lizard men jump out with nets, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, they throw nets on you, and they're really good at it. So, like, he'll fudge dice to make sure you get caught in the fucking nets, and they try to pull you overboard, and he's like, I hope you know how to fight underwater. You got a spear? No? Then you're fucked. Yeah, get spears if you're gonna go on the river, because they always pull you in the fucking water, and the DM's like, these lizard men are tough, I'm so smart. And I say that because I'm a DM. Trust me, I've done this shit. I've done this so many fucking times. Never get on the fucking boat. The DM will be so pissed off if you know this. He's like, especially if you tell him, like, we're not getting on the fucking boat. That's when there's gonna be a giant fucking squid, isn't there? And he's gonna look at his notes and go, no. So, like, yeah, we're gonna walk. Like, he'll be like, I bet it'll take weeks. We'll walk. Thank you. So, and then he'll punish you. But, trust me, like, he's gonna be so goddamn pissed at you because you figured him out. I promise you. Like, if you're gonna cross the lake, he's like, so they're gonna get in the middle of that lake, and the undead Loch Ness monster, undead Nessie, is gonna pop out and scare the shit out of him. And if he's really, really sick, oh, I forgot the name of this monster. Oh, an aboleth. There's actually whole campaigns built around aboleths. What these things are is, especially in a dungeon, I think Undermountain, there's a I have it somewhere. There's a huge dungeon adventure called Ruins of Undermountain that is actually so big it's never been finished. That's kind of the point. It's massively, it's like the Diablo of D&D, and actually I say that there actually is a Diablo of D&D, but whatever. It's this really huge fucking dungeon. There's like 2 floors dedicated to purely to an aboleth. What they are is like if Professor X was a fish. They're like these insanely smart and powerful psychic fish. So, yeah, if you're in a dungeon and then like you see all these dudes who are getting mind controlled and attacking you, or if all of a sudden one of your guys starts acting really weird and he's been charmed and there's nobody around, that's an aboleth. You're fucked. Like, just run. It's not a mind flayer, it's an aboleth. Get out, stay out of the fucking water. Anyway, that's the best advice I have. It's not very good advice because you're gonna have to get on the fucking boat. Just, yeah, it's gonna be bad news. Like, prepare. Like, I don't care what you gotta do. Like, get your fucking spells ready. Don't bring fire on the ship, by the way, because they also love to do that. Like, the DM gets so fucking happy when you're like, I throw my alchemist fire at the squid. He's like, you jag off. So, like, yeah, like, do whatever. Like, man, I don't even know what you do, but, like, get ready, because it's gonna get fucking messy. And, like, he'll even... Here's another reason you never got on the fucking boat. This is when the DM likes to do the shipwreck adventure. Like, if you're lucky, you fight off the giant squid. If you're not, because that's the second part of the giant squid encounter. Whenever you watch, like, a Hercules movie and the giant squid comes up, then what happens is the squid crushes the ship and rips it in half, and then you wash up on a desert island and all your shit's gone, and then you're in some weird fucking jungle, and you gotta do, like, fuck. The ship is one of the biggest DM plot railroads ever. You know you are on the fucking track. You're not getting off it. This is going to be linear as shit. You have no choice. You gotta get on the fucking boat. And I guess my best advice to you is recognize that. Recognize that you were either going to get jumped hardcore or you're going to go in the fucking water and you're going to wash up in some desert island somewhere and you're going to be pissed because you're going to lose all your shit. So, yeah, call your DM out on that because, I know. But anyway, never get on the boat.